We have our second quarterfinal to our hands. It's again an undead. This time it is 1-0 from China facing another Chinese in Fly. Who's gonna face Happy in the semi-final of the CC Masters Qualifier number 2? It is Rogue Warriors versus Newbie. The last remaining Newbie player is 1-0. Rogue Warriors made it with 2 players into the round of 8 with Fly and TH. Both were struggling. Fly with a 2-1 over Pink, of all people. It's the same matchup. He will face only undeads in his way into the grand final, if he makes it here. Against Pink, he was shaky. 1-0 defeated Infi in the round of 16. One of the hardest matches we've had. So, yeah. Tough bracket for the Necromancer. What is Fly able to do against him? Match number 1, another best of 3. We start on Concealed Hill.
Yeah, for Newbie, this second qualifier is looking a lot worse, right? Qualifier 1 was like the Newbie show. We had 3 out of 4 people in the top 4 from Newbie, with Lin, with Lawlight, with 1-0. Lawlight is already eliminated. Lin didn't even play in the second qualifier, so now all on the shoulders of the Necromancer, who is spicing it up, boys, because guess what? We have a Ghoul build and a Dreadlord. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Okay.
Going up against a Farseer play.
I didn't even see this yet. I was looking at Fly Space for this Farseer, which is really, really cool. I feel like Fly plays better with the Farseer these days in this matchup. And, you know, I do love my Chain Lightning. You love the Woofies. Farseer gets a lot of Back to Warcraft love, but same goes for the Dreadlord. Pretty much an expansion play by 1-2-0, or just Ghoul surrounds. This is already a treat for Warcraft fans.
A player's forces are under attack.
No Peon Scout here, of course. So, Fly, what's gonna be his read? What's he gonna expect? Like, Acolyte Scout, that doesn't tell you anything. That's always going to be the case. The meta normal build nowadays is Tet Fiend build, which also includes an Acolyte Scout. So he doesn't know about this yet. If the Farseer was to be aggressive against an expansion attempt like that, that could be really painful for 1-0. But guess what? Nothing like that is happening. Fly is just creeping on his side, and this natural creep is going to be finished here in just a little bit.
Used only 1 sleep so far. Ghouls are looking okay. There's of course no coil, so he has to micro well with these 2. Oh, the 2 ghouls about to fall. Ay. Dicey situation. Sends 2 ghouls back, gets a new one. Overseer takes forever, and that's Fly's chance to punch, but I guess he's missing that swing. The ghouls back in the main, the hurt ones. Dreadlord level 2 with the aura, also talisman, not the item he was looking for. But Fly just continues creeping.
Didn't even scout with the wolves yet.
No.
Which is really weird. Level 2 here, and guess what? Sleep Surround is ready. Blade Master can always walk out of that with a Windwalk, but Farseer can't. Oh, but he does slip out, just for a second at least. The sheep is blocking the way. Perhaps that saves him from getting surrounded. No, it's still stuck actually, and that will be the TP.
Wolf eating the sheep. How poetic to get out. And whoa, the biggest donation of the day just came in. Almost doubling the donation goal by Ziggy.
Ziggy!
Your cat is able to donations now. Should have done that earlier. 50 euros. Watching you on YouTube for years, I know it's not enough. It is. Like, it's freaking great, man. Thank you, Ziggy. Dude,
Ziggy,
what a
I always
day.
knew you were very special. Thank you very much. So Wolfies are around again for a little bit of harass, but this is really scary right now. The Farseer doesn't have a TP anymore. He has a Telestaff, yes, to get out of surrounds, but that doesn't necessarily save you because Sleep has a very low cooldown.
And also 200 mana. He's not spamming the sleep. So yeah, this is really dangerous. Fly has a staff. That's good, but is that enough? That's the question. Ghoul Scout is nice. Oh, block with an illusion. Well done by Fly. Is it enough for the kill?
Sleep. But counter surround should keep the Farseer safe. Woohoo, that was close.
Sleep again, but he can staff out. There's no second sleep at the moment. And the Chain Lightning gets the kill. Dreadlord low as well. Fly is getting a nice fight right here in the middle of the south, but Expo is almost done and the Nerubian tower is almost up. Fly continues creeping.
Double beast series are coming up, by the way. TC is the second hero choice, and this is looking like Wind Riders here so far.
So close to a surround once again. New wolves. And of course... Oh... Trying to get out. And of course, new donations. 3 donations in like, what, 5 seconds? What the fuck is up with you guys today? Grunt surround. Let's take this fight first, and then we thank you all. Speed scroll to get this grunt out.
This is really good trading so far by Fly. Like,
yeah.
He only lost the TP. That's the only thing. And now he's almost level 3. Not too bad.
Okay, the dust settles. Time to thank people. Butterbrezel, 3 euros. Dreadlord Hype, choo-choo. Backseat Counselor with a 10 euro donation. Choo-choo. Thanks for everything you do. That rhymes. What rhymes is really good. And Azul, you started this. You started this thing in the upper right of the screen. And you continue with the 5 euro donation here. Choo-choo. Let's keep the train rolling. Back to Warcraft community is the best. I can't deny that so far. Can't deny that. Graveyard double crypt by 120. Fly is coming again. This time with a TC. No aura, but
Player's
Storm.
forces are
Oh,
under
not
attack.
decided yet, but should be Storm.
And yeah, Mass Raiders on the way. Of course, the transition to Wind Rider is always possible, but it's Raider to start things off with. And I always feel like Spirit Link Tier 2 armies are normally the better thing to go for against ghouls. We saw that be very powerful in the past, but let's see how this goes. One ghoul is going to be getting taken out. Sleep on a woofie. That's something you see every day. Nice stomp coming in. All these ghouls affected here really well. Not that much follow-up damage, though. A couple of ghouls are dying, of course, but there's plenty to replace them.
Chain Lightning should have a huge impact once you can use it again. Could result in a triple kill, maybe. So far, the Raiders not too hurt. A speed scroll would be insane. TC slept before he can use the next stop. Chain Lightning, okay, didn't get the right targets. Only 1 kill. And now units for Fly are starting to drop.
Yep. Raider 1 dies. The Grunt also in deep, deep trouble. Another Raider in problems as well. And the TC gets surrounded. Doesn't have mana for the Stomp right now. Maybe with a level up, 1 more kill. He's almost there on level 2. But actually just walks out. Not enough damage by 120 anymore. And he's in trouble now himself. Getting almost surrounded there is the Dreadlord. But he slips out. And same does the TC.
Dude, how much HP does Fly have combined? 150 or something? Except the Farseer, maybe? That's level 2 for the Tauren Chieftain. That's the next Storm. Some more Raiders are falling. Good control so far. Sleep. Make sure to get the next kill. Or is it? Yeah, it is. But End Snare. Another surround. Is there 1 spell to use? Staff, but it's not enough. The Dreadlord falls. Fly gets the kill. Bats explode all across the screen.
And once again, the issue with this build becomes apparent. The ghouls, before they get frenzy here in the mid-game stages, just really weak. More and more getting taken out, and the Dreadlord dying. That was the big kill. More experience going to the Orc, but Fly still with no expansion, so Fly still under pressure to get more damage done. But he's finding the damage, finding more ghoul kills. TC in trouble, almost getting surrounded and killed right there. But he's surviving, and the ghouls are not.
Man, these End Snares. Usually 120 is so good with micro, but if all his units are stuck to one spot, what can they really do? Mass ghouls. It's just nothing but mass ghouls, a 120 special kind of. But he's losing more and more. Farseer, level 4, that's level 2 Chain Lightning. If he has mana. And the TC arrived here with 0 experience. And he's close to level 3 now.
Yeah, the reason 120 has to donate so many ghouls is he can't afford to give up this altar. Of course, once he falls back with the ghouls, the Raiders just take it out easily with their siege damage. Acolytes coming in from the main for the mass repair, but it's not going to work out. It looks like the Dreadlord will be getting cancelled. 2 Raiders die for this, but that's certainly worth it. Dreadlord is cancelled and now will have to come back from the tavern. 120, man. He's close to losing everything. Massive stomp. This TC reached level 3. He didn't even creep anything.
He's at 20 supply. This is a bunch of corpses. This entire main is a graveyard for ghouls. The expo is still up. Can he somehow make it work? Can he somehow start a comeback? Fly has to retreat. Needs some time to breathe, but level 4.5, level 3 and a third. And great siege damage. Going for steel melee weapons. Dreadlord is back.
Now, this was really painful for 1-0, but as you said, Dreadlord is back. Tier 3 finishes, and that changes everything.
Frenzy. Altar is back as well for the DK. I would
1-0 going out, looking for a creep. That's pretty dangerous. If he gets creep jacked right here, everything could die again.
Everything could die again is the best way of putting it. Could be level 4 right here. Frenzy is halfway done, but Fly is attacking beforehand. Still some region, 2 towers up, but these mass raiders with the soon-to-be 1-0 upgrade, which is finishing now. Oh, loses one against the towers. That's not really necessary.
It's going to be a crucial time. 1-0 has to get back to the expansion. But with the 2 towers falling, the Haunted is exposed. This should be an easy kill. Raiders can absolutely clean up this base. So, Raiders, yes, really good at killing buildings, but how good are they going to be against the Frenzy Ghouls?
Oh, can he dodge them? Frenzy Ghouls, of course, super fast as well. Second attack upgrade for the Walkers, for the Raiders in the works. And look how fast he's just annihilating this graveyard. Must be pillage, right? Pretty sure.
1-0 went for a shredder. Doesn't really seem like he needs the lumber with just playing mass ghouls. But I guess if he has a shredder, he can always bring all ghouls to the fight. Oh, Fly. Are you really supposed to fight into this now? Frenzy Ghoul are of course ready, and it's plenty of them. But of course the TC is a good answer against them as well.
Down to 50%, getting stepped there as well. No Chain Lightning just yet. Speed Scroll to reposition. Stomp is good on the Dreadlord. Big Invo Potion though. Wolfie's follow up that route. Maybe he didn't check the inventory. Maybe he just really doesn't care.
TC surrounded. He's looking for that surround against the trees. There's another Stomp ready. When's he gonna use it? When's he gonna use it? There we go.
Chain Lightning is trying to fight out, and the Wolf helped him out. Oh, staff, but there's an end snare long range. This is the second kill on the Dreadlord. There's so many end snares. The TC walks this off, and the Dreadlord dies again. GG. Fly, what a performance against the Dreadlord fast expansion. I didn't expect this.
Pretty cool game. That was very, very unusual. Fly able to find like... How many ghoul kills was that?
Oh.
Probably at least 30 ghouls died right there.
I skipped over the stats screen. I don't know.
Tons of kills, getting high levels even without creeping. And interesting try here by 1-0 with the Dreadlord Fast Expo, but the issue still always remains the same. If you go for that fast expansion, your tech is going to be late. And ghouls without frenzy in the mid game, they're just so bad. They are so bad. They die over and over and over again. A second hero being added could have made a difference, perhaps, but 1-0 seemingly never got the time.
Yeah. And another thing remains true. If Fly is not losing his heroes, he is kind of a favorite in the game. And he's just winning stuff. 1-0 lead now. Could be the BREC rematch of Fly and Happy is getting closer and closer.
1-0 here is going to have a chance to redeem himself. And on map 2, LR, I'm pretty sure he's going to play something different. He tried with the Dreadlord Fast Expo. Yeah. How much of a blind build order win was that as well? If there's a Blade Master involved instead of a Farseer, the ghouls should be faring way better.
Yeah, sleep is not that scary, though. It's a whole different game, of course, if the hero changes. So, last refuge. What's it going to be? 1-0 with his back against the wall, but on paper, he should be considered the favorite still. Will he play normal builds now without the Dreadlord? Will he stick to his guns that he oftentimes showed at WGL qualifiers? Not in the big leagues yet. 1-0, bottom left, Fly, upper right, match points for the Orc.
And 1-0 is going with a ghoul build again. I was not expecting this. I thought he was going to fall back to standard now. But he says no. Fly, what's he going to do? This is normally a dream Blade Master map. If Fly plays Farseer here, I'm convinced that that's just his playstyle against Undead nowadays. Of course, Blade Master always in danger of dying when in the hands of Fly. So, we'll see what the first hero choice is.
Fly pausing the game immediately. If this would be 1-0 pause, then it's 100% the cat's fault for Fly. I don't know. 2,400 viewers. Wow. Today is an awesome day so far. And we're only online for what, 1.5 hours?
That's pretty sick, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. Super Sunday is looking pretty damn good once again. Always the crowning day of the week. We're going to have W3IL later, of course, for the finest that Europe and America has to offer. So we're going to have a nice long day of Warcraft here. So what's the heroes going to be?
Lady Blade.
Blade Master, that was to be expected.
Dreadlord again. Okay. I kind of had a feeling that we see a Lich, just because it's 1-0 and he can do it, but no. Blade Master versus Dreadlord. So what does this change now?
So early game, Blade Master is much safer to play against Dreadlord because, of course, you can always get out of sleep surrounds with this Windwalk, and you can also save your grunts. But the later the game goes, the more difficult the Blade Master becomes to play because he always has to go into melee range against the ghouls. So that's how the ghouls find effectiveness, whereas the Farseer can operate from range. And also, second heroes. The best thing against mass ghouls that the Orc has is TC, the #1 counter. But if you have a Blade Master first, you kind of always want Farseer. We have seen Blade Master TC combos before, but it's always a dangerous combo.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is not really working out too well. But yeah, nice scout by 1-0 to figure out this is a Blade Master. This will buy him some time. And this expansion is a lot easier than it is on Concealed. So maybe it is working here on this map. Are there other factors except the easier creep that make this a better Dreadlord map?
Like run-by is oftentimes a strategy you want to go for with Dreadlord. It's not like this is the greatest run-by map ever, though. But it's good creeping. You can move from green camp to green camp, level 2, level 3, boom, 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 one after the next. Also doable in Concealed, though. And I guess with high ghoul numbers in a Dreadlord, you can kind of creep everything anyways. So, Blade Master now sees the Dreadlord. Sleep on the grunt. But Blade Master should be able to save this one.
Yeah, looking good so far. Stealing a little bit of experience. Always nice as the Dreadlord becomes so powerful, especially on level 3, but also 4 and 5. That's great. So we do have level 2. Will we see Carrion Swarm this time? No, it's Aura again. With a lack of healing. Blade Master sees, alright, there's no way to cancel the Ziggurat, but oh, the Acolytes maybe. And we got another donation. $29.99 by less than 30. Nice, man. When less than 3 isn't enough love for Warcraft. I like that. I like that. Nice play with words. Nice play with the numbers. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love this day.
Uh-oh. Fly. This is looking dangerously classic. Uh-oh. He's still visible. He can still get slapped. Fly. Sleep? Where's it? What is there's holding on to it? Oh, there's no mana anymore for Windwalk, Neo.
Okay, there's another dust and a vintage Fly. We are 4 minutes into the game. The Blade Master death count rises to 1. And the donation count rises to I lost complete track. Thank you, Fami, for the 10 euros. Thank you for making Warcraft great again. Our pleasure. Wasn't our, 100% our work, of course. There were many, many more people involved, but thanks for seeing it this way. And 2,000 bits by Chimeric 86. That's like 20 euros. Cheers, guys. Greetings to Jacobo. Jacobo Gordon, the old Game Sportscaster. That would be crazy. Everything's crazy today, so I wouldn't be too surprised. So we maxed for the Dreadlord. A phenomenal item. Level 3 as well. So, Fly, what's he doing?
A player's
Shadowhunter
forces are
second.
under attack.
Yeah, Fly's in trouble. Fly's in deep, deep, deep trouble. Level 1 Blade Master. Shadowhunter coming in, so that answers the second hero question. So no TC, no Stomp. He's going for Raider Walker. Gonna stay on tier 2, and that army is really strong against ghouls. With Blade Master, Shadowhunter, Raider Walker, Spirit Link coming in and everything. Very strong indeed, but this early game obviously was pretty horrendous. 1-0's tech, again, is really late. We saw that before. So these ghouls are still very far away from Frenzy. Despite the bad early game, Fly still has a pretty strong timing coming.
The Lionhorn of Stormwind, a great item, makes the Orc army even beefier. With the Dreadlord, level 3.5, close to 4 then. And it's only 1 crypt? Yeah, he's building the graveyard now. No second crypt thus far.
1-0 is still a little bit broke. Not too much gold yet. He does have 5 acolytes at the expo, right? Yeah, he does. Okay. Second crypt now coming in from the main. To be expected.
Greater
Player's
mana.
forces are under attack.
That's a lot of sleep. This is a Sandman.
Yeah, that's so much disable against the Blade Master. 1-0 is scouting for a counter expansion, by the way. There's none to be found. Skeleton! That was close. Almost got the last hit. Good Blade Master harass, but Fly has to remember, this is only level 1 Windwalk. It doesn't last that long. You don't want to lose this hero again.
And he's right next to the lab where you can always scan. But the illusion is enough to interrupt this creeping.
Player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter creeping is
Town is under
decent.
siege.
Level 2 with the circlet. Blade Master still not revealed. Where is he? He could get the Berserker.
Don't be so greedy, dude. He's gonna die if he... Don't do it!
This is like the highlight clip of Soviet War Elite, where Skurt and Thor are like, Knopf, don't do it. Knopf, 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 don't do it. But Fly seems to be a little smarter than the bald orc from Sweden. And he's not doing it.
A player's forces are
Invul
under
pot,
attack.
Fly? If your name's Fly, Invul seems like a good idea, pretty much always. Oh, Tome of Retraining on the Dreadlord. Okay, we're
Carrion
going
Swarm.
to Carrion Swarm now. Necrot the expansion coming up as well, fortifying that position more. We have a couple of towers on the way. And Fly getting ready for the counter expo. And guess what? 1-0 scouts it instantly, even before it starts production. But with Spirit Link and Ensnare, this Orc army is pretty strong right now. One Ghoul gets taken out with the Ensnare, another one with the Hex, another one just with right clicks. Ghouls doing what they tend to do.
Nothing?
Dying.
And feeding a little close to level 3. And yeah, especially Spirit Link is such a great addition. That was kind of lacking in game 1, but didn't lose him the game here. Everything is already hurt, but he's just waiting for level 3, has good mana, can go to the shop for heal scrolls. And 1-0 is just continuing his mass ghoul play from the WGL qualifiers.
Player's forces
It
are
will
under
be a
attack.
huge force against buildings. Pretty much no SimCity at Orc expansions in general.
Yeah, and when left unchecked, will easily be killing those buildings. But at the moment, Frenzy isn't ready yet, so these ghouls are still fairly easy to fight. Blade Master gets level 3. That's pretty nice. Thank you, Hour63, for the sub. Shadow falling back to the shop, perhaps a heal scroll on the list. Expansion seems to be finishing, but I wonder, is Counter Expo really the right play? Like, these mass ghouls are gonna be scary sooner or later.
Yeah, and the Carrion Swarm on level 3 could definitely tip the scale. Everything is super bruised. Blade Master close to
Blade
dying
Master!
again. There's no mana but a heal wave waiting for the level up, and he got it there. Everything's so hurt. Fly has to retreat. That bought time for the expansion, of course. But okay, there's no retreat at all. Okay, got the heal scroll now at level 3, but close to no mana on both heroes, like one spell each.
A player's
Tier 3 is finishing and Ghoul Frenzy is coming in closer and closer. Sean Wright again with a €2. Nice Carrion Swarm uphill. Blade Master really wants this one. Book of the Dead, no dispel, great item. Sean with the €2 again. Boys, let's get this to €500 today. Well, we have a long cast coming, so definitely time to do that. And, of course, another donation for Glory Heaven. I was kind of waiting for you, as you're always here since this summer. €10, no message, his signature
player's
move.
forces are under attack.
For the, I don't know, 200th time. Thank you so much.
Alright, Fly got his expansion established. Super interesting game here. We don't have games like this at all. Like Dreadlord Fast Expo into counter expansion Orc. I wonder how that's gonna go. We talked about earlier, the best answer to ghouls is always TC. There's no TC here, but Spirit Link is still also pretty good, and these Orc heroes are becoming stronger and stronger. Warsong Battle Drums, useful, as long as there's no Kodo, but I imagine Kodo will be coming.
Yeah, since
And
the latest
Zero
patch,
Forces are under attack.
looking for a run by here.
since the latest patch, the Kodo aura's not stacking anymore. We see spike barricades. Dude, this is not a meme anymore, like, especially against the ghouls. Spike barricades seem really good. It's percentage damage now, not a base damage.
Isn't it like base damage plus % damage or something like that nowadays?
Okay, could be
I'm not
true.
sure. I'm not sure.
Hex! There's a TP!
A player's forces are under
Hey,
attack.
can't staff out, that's for sure.
Dude, 1-0's main, double Boneyard.
What? Whoa! Okay! Yeah, that's an answer to Grunt's Walker's Raiders. There was a guy in chat asking, why is no one playing Worms anymore? Well, there you go.
Dreadlord, Ghoul, Fast Expo into Maris Worms. 1-0 games rarely disappoint.
Yep. Greater healing here on the ground. I mean, maybe a little influenced by TBC, who played 5 Worms versus Sowin in a game like a couple of months ago. But yeah, this is gonna be fun.
A player's
This is
forces
gonna
are
be
under
a
attack.
lot of fun. Double Beastery. Did he scout that already and is countering with bats?
It's a hard counter. That's not a hard counter in the sense of that we normally use it, but it's hard to counter worms with mass bats. Like, how many bats does it take to kill a worm? I think it's like 4. So you need
That sounds
8
like an
bats.
introduction to a joke. How many bats does it take to kill a frostworm?
And with armor upgrades, that becomes even worse. So here are the first 2 worms, but we're not finished yet because 2 more are coming.
Dude, it's so important that Fly got both of the red spots. Both were the Warsong Battle Drums, and imagine these worms with upgrades and the Warsong Battle Drums. That's just insane damage. We even go in for Gargs now. Carrion Swarm, ghouls come in. You see the spike barricades working, or not, a little bit.
A player's forces are under
But
attack.
Every
counterpush by
little
Fly.
kill here is also more experience towards level 6 for the Dreadlord, by the way. Of course, he's still far away, but he's getting there. Staff to the expansion. Dreadlord in kind of a dicey situation over here. Hex could be a big problem for him, so he TPs out quickly before the Hex comes in. DK's here now for the coils, and the Frostworms arrive.
The Carrion Swarm. Just has nothing against this Carrion Swarm. I kind of
Fly has 2,400 gold. Why aren't you making units?
because he has no lumber, Remo. Lumber can decide games. Dreadlord at 50% using the potion. Can he get out? There's no TP anymore. With a couple of hexes and focus fire, it could die, but there's a DK now. Fly TPing out, loses the Berserker. And yeah, you feel the impact of these Frostworms. Another worm falls to the Gargs. 1-0 has this under control. And builds more worms. 70 supply.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's like the complete opposite of the meta. Meta is Mass Fiends, Statues, Banshees. 1-0 has like a donation goal today. Like, you can't make meta units, I guess.
Can't make fiends.
No statues either. And
That
no
right.
statues is a problem. because the hex against the worms is actually really good.
Yeah. Bad riders coming. No destroyers either to, like, of course no statue means no destroyers, but no the stuff. Look at this creeping. He's two-shotting a Gadget Seater to level 3.
And level 3 DK here is really big for the level 2 coil. Fly is still with 2,500 gold! He finally has the shredder, so soon he's gonna have lumber. But that was a big mistake by him, not remaking peons.
You know who's super rich as well? Us! Because Tinker coming in with another donation, 10 euros. Been a while. Greetings to France, my friend. One of our very early foreign fans when we switched from German to English. These bad riders, by the way, no impact at all.
I mean, they killed one gargoyle, so that's, you know, something. 2 upgrades, by the way, on these Gargs. And the third armor upgrade coming in, the Advanced Creature Carapace. For 325 lumber.
We thought it's a pain special, but 120 going for the 2-3 upgrade as well. €3 donation by Jenny, 11 years. Okay. The train is starting a journey again, as it seems.
Fly finally going into upkeep. Thank goodness. 3,000 gold still.
3,000 gold.
Yep.
Players' forces
Casual.
are under attack.
Like, we made fun of Zokul 1,000 gold 40 supply. This is 3,000 gold 50 supply. I don't know what's worse. Triple beastery for mass bats. There we go. Another bat kills another Garg. Second one gets nuked.
But why isn't he going TC? Like, TC is such a super strong hero, and this is 2-base game. This should be going for quite a while. It's not like he doesn't have the gold.
That's definitely not the issue. Thank you, Ona667 for the 4-month resub. Here's Bimbo for the €4.05 donation. Thanks to that guy who triggered my OCD earlier on. Carrion Swarm not taking out that bad. And Tinker with another €10 donation. Been a while. Thanks for the cast. Awesome as always. Thanks for the second time. This is a little stressful with all the donations, but I won't complain. That did justify the means.
He killed one Frostworm, right? I think it was 5.
Yeah, and a lot of damage done. But
More
immediately...
experience for this Blade Master Shadow. Close to double level 5. But where's the TC, my friend? Quad Beastery, by the way.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. All bats. And a tower on the high ground. This day is not disappointing in, like, no means at all.
I have no idea how this game's gonna go, by the way. Like, normally, you know, we cast a lot of games, we see a lot of games, we kind of know what's gonna happen next. I have no idea what's gonna happen here.
Well, I know that we got another donation, and I love that play by Fly. But first, big thanks to Christian N for the €10 donation. We're closing in on 300. Can we make it 300, ladies and gentlemen? 300 would look so good. I love the Alchemist as a counter to Carrion Swarm, and especially for Acid Bomb. These worms have such high armor that the bats have no real impact with its 7 armor. Acid Bomb changes that a little.
That's true.
You miss your TC, don't you?
I do miss the TC.
But it's mass air.
Yes, I know. I was about to say, how good is stop against worms, obviously. So, you know, it's not that good. 97 supply for 120, by the way.
Yeah.
Are we're actually gonna see 100, aren't we?
Well,
That's been a while.
Fly is kind of broke at 1,300 gold.
Yeah, where's that 3k gold, man? You need to get that trust fund back.
Well, it's an investment into the future. Sometimes you need that. He's spamming some towers here. He's establishing another base. So many bats. Like, I haven't seen so many bats since I played some FFA.
It's time for liquid fire, boys.
Oh, not yet.
This is so...
Is there no
freaking
heal
unbelievable.
scroll? Okay, there's one heal scroll and a protection scroll.
A player's
Yeah, I love that
forces
acid
are under
bomb.
attack.
Oh, justify the memes. This is 13 Bat Riders, by the way. And more are
It's
coming.
gonna be so much damage in like 2 seconds. How can he connect with the bats? Oh, the carrion swarm was great. Can he still connect? Here we go! Oh my, he's dropping 30, 40 supply! Both are down to 50. We're in no upkeep all of a sudden.
1-0 just dropped 60 supply.
Bats are still remaining, and the last worm falls. This was so much experience. Oh my god. Hex on the last worm. Coil for now. Blade Master has no orb. Okay, he can't really take care of that.
Dude, they're both at 40 supply.
Everyone lost everything. Invo potion on the Dreadlord. Alchemist was kind of surrounded, but he got the Arc now. Oh, Dreadlord in trouble. Close to level 4 is this DK. Shadowhunter
Right,
5.5, Blade Master 5.6, Alchemist all of a sudden level 3.
Like, Fly lost a lot of supply, but it was all denied. All those bats
Yeah.
detonated. Dreadlord's still not level 6.
Nope.
Far away.
That's the thing with bats. Oh, block coming in. That's the thing with bats. You detonate them, your opponent doesn't get any experience, and you kill stuff. And he's switching to
Big
Wyvern now.
Smoke coming in with a €9.99. Another GTA San Andreas one. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. And follow that damn train.
Oh, Big Smoke, you're awesome. Paji, thank you for the 2-year donation. And of course, like 1-0 could go for Fiends pretty much the entire game and hard counter the bats. But no, he's sticking to his plan of going mass worms. On one base, by the
Summoning
way.
the Black Citadel. Do you need the Black Citadel for worms? I don't know, actually.
You absolutely need it for the boneyard, but I think you don't need it for the worms.
I don't think so.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, we had like, what was it, like 7 worms earlier. Now, 1-0 is down to 2, so I'm not so sure about his chances over here.
Well, can he break the second Great Hall? Wyvern are coming in. Very good damage against worms. Tower support as well. Carrion Swarm against heroes doesn't do too much. Hex on the Dreadlord. There's no TP. Oh boy, he needs a coil invo potion. Alright, bats are coming in once more, but this time they don't do that much damage. Carrion Swarm was very impactful, but the worms are falling. And what can he do with heroes only? Level 6.
That was exciting. Is it time for the Blade Storm? Not yet. Just right clicks coming in. Crits might be enough to finish the job. There it is. Blade Masters Ultimate. The Blade Storm finishes this game and this series. GG from 1-0. The Dreadlord not victorious today. It is Fly making it through.
What a perfect ending to this game. Like, you can't write a better ending. With the Blade Storm, he gets the kill. And Fly not only winning against Happy 2-0 at BREC, no, he defeats 1-0 with 2-0 here in the CC Masters Q2. Quite an Orc Slayer he is. Oh boy, what a game.
That was a fun series.
That was
pretty cool.
a fun series as well.
I'm still not sure if Mass Worms is stronger than Mass Fiends. That remains to be seen. But, 1-0. He tried.
He tried indeed.
Remains innovative and experimental.
All right. Where did we end up? Hundezone, another €3 donation. Go, guys. There's work to do. On the way to 500 now, or what? Thank you, Dumbat, for the Prime sub, and Mr. Moonstruck for the 32-month resub. The ends justify the memes. Kappa, thank you for participating yesterday in the Rising Star Cup, and shout out to Canada. We'll take a little break to bask in the glory of this day, and yeah, I don't know, man. We have Focus vs. Yumiko coming up. The game so far has been nothing but great, and the play styles of these two players align perfectly for our entertainment. So, yeah, a little break here to catch a breath, and then more Warcraft action here from the Netty CC Masters Qualifier number 2. See you in a bit.